Good morning, students. As in our live class, we have done the definition of a convex cone and the definition of a convex hull. Today, now we will discuss about the theorem, that is, if A is any finite subset of vectors in Rn, then the convex hull of A is the set of all convex combinations of vectors in A. We have to prove that the convex hull is what? It is a set of all convex combinations of vectors in A. We have to show it. Now, what is convex combination? You know what is the convex combination? When we write some x is equals to summation xi's and lambda I xi's, where lambda I should be greater or equals to 0 and sum over all lambda I should be equals to 1. Now, we will prove that the convex hull is the set of all convex combinations of vectors in A. And you know what is convex hull? I have already told you in my live class that the convex hull is the smallest convex hull is the smallest convex set. I have told you it is the smallest convex set containing y, because when I define the convex hull of y, it is the smallest convex set containing y. It is called the convex hull of y. So, proof, let A be a finite subset of vectors in Rn. We have given A be a finite subset of vectors in Rn. And this is a convex hull. Let us take A be a finite subset of vectors in Rn because it is given, and this is a convex hull of A. Now let S be the set of all convex combinations of vectors in A. So we have to show that convex hull is equals to S. This we have to show. Then we show that S is a convex set containing A. So we know that S is a convex set containing A because it is a definition of convex hull, because it is the intersection of all convex sets. So S is a convex set containing A. So hence convex hull is contained in S because it contains A, and when it contains A, because S is a convex set, so it conveys convex hull also. Okay, again A contains A. We know that A contains A also because it is the set convex hull which contains A. We shall show that this implies that what we have to show that S is subset of convex hull, because as we know convex hull is a subset of S because it is a definition in convex hull. When we have done the definition of convex hull, we have written that it is a subset of always S. It can be easily seen that convex hull is the intersection of all convex sets. So we have written here that S is the convex set, it contains convex hull. Now we have to prove that S is a subset of convex hull. We use finite induction on K, the number of vectors in A, because A is the finite subset of vectors. We will prove it by induction. Now for K is equals to 2, because to prove the convex set we will start from 2, otherwise we can't find the line segment joining the points. Now let x1 and x2 be two vectors in A. We have given these are two vectors in A because we have to take two vectors, and then A contains x1 and x2. And it is a convex set because convex hull is a convex set. So x is equals to lambda x1 plus 1 minus lambda x2. This x also will contain in convex hull. Okay, therefore all possible convex combinations of x1 and x2 in A. So we have proved that here because lambda lies between 0 to 1, and when we will add it, lambda plus 1 minus lambda, you know it become 1, because in convex combination definition we have to prove that the all lambda should be equals to 1. Here it satisfies all the conditions, so all possible convex combinations are in A. Assume that for any positive integer k, the result is true for k minus 1 vectors. We will prove that the result is true for k minus 1 vectors. Now we will prove it for k. Consider now the set A, x1, x2, xk. Then this is a convex set containing A. And in particular x1, x2, xk minus 1. We know it is a convex set containing A. In particular it also this contains because A has a set this. Now let x1, capital X1 we have notated by capital X1 is what? It is a convex combination. It is a capital X1 is a convex combinations of all vectors from 1 to k minus 1, where all mu I should be greater or equals to 0 and summation mu I is equals to 1. We have done because it is a definition of convex combination. Thus by induction hypothesis, because we have assumed that it is true for k minus 1 vectors, so this x1 will contain in convex hull, because we have to prove that S is contained in convex hull. So what is S? It is a convex combination, but for k minus 1 vectors we have assumed that. So x1 will contain in convex hull. Now we have to prove, now this contains x1 and as well as xk, because A contains x1 and as well as xk also. Now A contains all segments joining xk with x1. Obviously, because it is a convex hull, it is a convex set, so it will contain the line segment joining x1 and xk. So we have written small x is equals to lambda xk plus 1 minus lambda this capital X1. What is capital X1? It is the summation mu i's x i's I1 to k minus 1. Where mu I is greater than or equals to 0 and summation this is 1. What is lambda? What is lambda here? It is like this. Lambda lies between 0 to 1. So it is a point in A. So line segment joining these 2 points xk and this capital X1. This is a capital X1. This line segment will also in A because it is a convex set. Now x is equals to lambda xk plus 1 minus lambda delta, sorry, here is delta xk plus 1 minus delta I1 to k minus 1 mu I xi gives x is equals to, because here all the vectors from 1 to k minus 1, this is k, we have combined it. I1 to k, here should be k, beta I xi, we have give it name beta I, where beta is what? 1 minus delta mu I for I1 to k minus 1, and when beta is for k, it is delta. So we have written this. So we have proved that this x is equals to this. Now also mu I is greater or equals to 0. We know that for each I, and we know delta lies between 0 to 1. So what is beta I? Beta is what? Beta is this combination. So this will always be greater or equals to 0. Now we have to prove that summation beta j is equals to, or we have written j here, it is equals to 1. Now what is beta j? We know that what is beta j? It is for delta plus, we have written here what is beta j. It is for I1 to k minus 1, this is this, and for k is equals to delta. So we have, for k we have separated, and for k minus 1 we have written here. And when you will, this is, this is 1, and when you solve it, it's 1. So x is equals to this. So we have proved that x is equals to this, and where beta is all greater or equals to 0 and summation beta is equals to 1. So we have proved that it is a convex combination of the vectors this, and we have already taken that this x lies in convex hull. So we have proved here that this is lies in convex hull, that is convex is contained in convex hull. We conclude that, so both this is contained in this and this contained in this, so they are equal. So we have proved that the convex hull is the set of all convex combinations of the vectors in A. Now here is a note. In view of the above theorem, the convex polyhedron may equivalently be defined as the convex hull of the set point S. We have already defined convex polyhedron. What was the convex polyhedron? It was a set of all convex combinations. So we can say convex polyhedron be equally defined as a convex hull consisting of finite number of points in Rn. Now come to the definition of simplex. It is a very easy and very important definition. A simplex in n dimension is a convex polyhedron having exactly n plus 1 vertices. What is simplex? Simplex in n dimension is a convex polyhedron. It is a convex polyhedron exactly n plus 1 vertices. A simplex in 0 dimension is a point, because you have to take n plus 1 vertices. So in n dimension it has n plus 1 vertices. A simplex in 0 dimension is a point. In 1 dimension it will be a line segment, because line segment is of 2 points. In 2 dimension it will be a triangle. In 3 dimension it is a tetrahedron. Tetrahedron is a figure made by 4 lines. So simplex in n dimension is a convex polyhedron. It should be convex polyhedron. What was the convex polyhedron? Convex polyhedron is a set of all convex combinations of a finite number of points. So you know that all these is in n dimension is 0 dimension. In line segment is also a convex combination. Triangle is also a convex set, and tetrahedron is also a convex set. So simplex in simple terms we say that in 0 dimension is a point. We have to take 1 point extra. In 1 dimension we have to take line segment, but that what we are taking, it should be convex sets all. Okay students, next come to the definition of convex function. What is a convex function? Let S be a non-empty convex subset of Rn. We have given S be a non-empty convex subset of Rn. A function fx on S is said to be convex. We said the function fx is convex if for any two vectors x1 and x2 in S, f of lambda x1 plus 1 minus lambda x2 less than or equals to lambda fx1 plus 1 minus lambda fx2. We have taken outside. Lambda outside, here 1 minus lambda outside, and where lambda lies between 0 to 1. It is a very easy. A function S is given convex set. A function is called convex. When a function is called convex, if for any two, we have taken the points for the function x1 and x2 from S set. So when we will define f of lambda x1 plus 1 minus lambda x2 less than or equals to this, we will say that this is a convex function, because in function we have put the line segment and it also satisfies the condition. So it is a convex function. Now strictly convex function. Strictly convex function, it is very easy. We will omit all the equal to sign from here. Let S be a convex set and function is called strictly convex. Same, lambda x1 plus 1 minus lambda x2 less than. Here it is only less than and here it is also less than. Now this is strictly convex function. Now we will do about the convex and concave function in our live class. Okay students, do up to here. Okay students, thanks a lot.